Argyle Eagles entertaining the Oslo Bobcats in this playoff game, representing the two top teams, the Oslo Bobcats out of the Northern Lights Conference and the Argyle Eagles out of the top of the state conference. Kickoff time is slated for 7:30. Our two teams are on the field going through their pregame warm-up. And Mike, maybe you could give us quickly the current weather conditions. What do you show for wind speed right now and temperature?
Well, right now we have winds out of the south-southeast at 5 to 10. They're gusting up to 15 at times, maybe even close to 20 once in a while. And 45 degrees is our current temperature.
Okay, 45 degrees our current temperature. Is that right, 45?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and the winds are out of the south-southeast here, too, at Argyle, and I would say they're about 10 to 15 miles per hour. The wind, if it stays this strong through the night, could hamper the passing game and the kicking game of the two teams. The field is in excellent condition here in Argyle. We had a chance to walk from goalpost to goalpost earlier, and despite the fact they did receive some precipitation here during the day today, the field is in excellent playing condition. It's just about perfect. A little greasy maybe right in the middle, but no standing water and no real soft spots. Our officials for this evening's ball game are on the field. They're out of the Grand Forks Association. The Argyle Eagles going through their pregame warm-ups to my right in their white and gold uniforms, and the Oslo Bobcats in the orange and white to my left. The kickoff for this evening's football game coming up in about 7 minutes here from Argyle. We'll give you the starting lineup for this evening's contest and some more pregame information in just a moment. This evening's football game is brought to you through the participation and the cooperation of the friendly merchants of Oslo and Argyle. I'm Clark Hendrickson. I'll be calling the play-by-play for you. My spotter and statistician is Paul Qualley. Engineering back at the studios and keeping everything nice and tight and doing a bang-up job like he always does in our football broadcast is Mike Weefold. Production coordinator for tonight's football game is Jim Olson. At the sign of Cenex, the customer is always the company, and that's the Farmers Union Oil Company of Oslo and Argyle. Whether it's petroleum products, hardware, or fertilizer, you can count on the Cenex name. At the sign of Cenex, Cenex in Oslo and Argyle. Your complete building supply center in Oslo is Robertson Lumber Company. Everything for remodeling, new home or building construction, installation, home fix-up items too. Robertson Lumber Company in Oslo. For complete concrete work, patios, driveways, sidewalks, poured concrete basements, farm construction projects, have the work done and done right by Nordling Brothers Concrete Works. For complete concrete work, it's Nordling Brothers Concrete of Oslo. The starting lineup, first for the visiting team, the Oslo Bobcats. Here's the way they'll go offensively tonight. At left end, Tom Callock, a junior, 152 pounds. At left guard is Todd Anvinson, a senior. He is 178 pounds. The starting center is Reed Barrelrood, a sophomore, and he goes 195. Ronnie Hoff is the right guard, a senior, 165 pounds. At right end is David Zola, and he is a senior, 195 pounds. The quarterback is Tony Rakowski, 170 pounds, a senior. The running backs will be Jeff Jameson, a junior, 151 pounds. Larry Solom, a junior, 160. And at the flanker position will be Ken Zola, a sophomore, 140 pounds. The Oslo Bobcats are coached by Chris Mashalik. He is the head coach, and handling the kicking duties will be Jim Archibald. The punter is Tony Rakowski for the Oslo Bobcats. The Argyle Eagles and their starting lineup in just a moment. For complete road building, excavating, ditching, and diking, contact Gowan Construction of Oslo. Free estimates and the job will be done right. Gowan Construction of Oslo for your earth-moving jobs. Big O Foods of Oslo does potato washing and packaging, and they're proud to be part of the Oslo community and help sponsor Oslo High School sports on KTRF. Back the Bobcats this high school season from Oslo High School. For complete insurance services, see Tinnis Insurance of Oslo. And remember, Tinnis Insurance of Oslo sells hunting and fishing licenses too. Tinnis Insurance of Oslo for all of your insurance needs. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Argyle Eagles. Here's the way they're going to go tonight as they enter this game offensively. Ray Safransky at left end, a sophomore, 5'8", 150. At left guard is Bob Hapka. He's a senior, 6 foot, 210 pounds. The starting center is Danny Dufault, a junior, 5'10", 155. And we'll give you the rest of the Argyle starting lineup. But first, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem with the Argyle High School Band. The Argyle High School Band, our national anthem, and we're just about ready to get this football game underway. We left off with Dan Dufault, the starting center for the Argyle Eagles, the junior, 5'10", 155. On his right side will be Wayne Malm, a senior, 5'7", 185 pounds. At right end is John Hedquist, a senior, 5'11", 160. The quarterback for the Argyle Eagles, David Bergeron, a senior, 5'10", 155. His running backs will be the two Levine brothers. Jay Levine, a junior, 5'9", 170. Mike Levine, a senior, 5'6", 150 pounds. Alternating at the flanker position, bringing plays in from the bench, Gary Gruhut, who is 5'7", 160, a sophomore, and Roger St. Germain, a junior, 5'6", 130 pounds. Gary Gruhut does the kicking and also the punting for the Argyle Eagles. The Argyle Eagles have one fellow who is not suited up tonight. He come down with the flu, and he's not dressed for this evening's game. And he is a defensive performer. Kent Peterson, a junior, 6'1", 190, is not suited up tonight for the Argyle Eagles. Connie Obarski, the head coach of the Argyle Eagles, right down below us. He breaks his team out of their huddle at midfield and comes to the near sidelines. On the far side, the Oslo Bobcats now break from their coach, Chris Michalek, and the Bobcats are out on the field. The Argyle Eagles will be kicking off. Oslo won the toss. They'll defend the north goal here at the Argyle field, which runs in a northerly-southerly direction. So the Argyle Eagles will have the wind to their back in the first quarter of play. The Bobcats will be going into this southerly wind at 15 to 20 miles per hour. And the ball's teed up by Gary Gruhut at the 30-yard line. Anticipating the kickoff, we have Brown and also Tony Rakowski, the two deep men for the Bobcats. Booming kick all the way into the end zone. In fact, that ball makes it almost all the way to the road. Goes a good 20, 30 yards beyond the goalpost as it got into the wind, and that carried it quite a distance. Well, there's an example of what the wind is going to do tonight. A strong southerly wind will definitely help the team that has it to its back, and the wind is going to have an effect on the passing and the punting of these two clubs. First down and 10 for the Bobcats at their own 15-yard line. Tony Rakowski sets his backfield in an I formation. Flanker is in tight on the near side. Rakowski on a quarterback sneak. He gets to the 18-yard line, picked up 3 on the carry, brought down on the tackle by Ray Safransky of the Argyle Eagles. Safransky in on the stop, a gain on the carry. We'll give him 3 yards, call it second down and 7. Bobcats up to the line of scrimmage. Ends are in tight. Flanker to the near side is in tight also. Backfield stays in the eye behind Rakowski. They give us to the second man through the hole, and that's Larry Solom packing the ball. Larry Solom gets to the 19-yard line, picked up 1, and that was all. Brought down by Jay Levine coming up from a linebacking position on the tackle. Jay Levine on the stop. The ball resting at the 19. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for Oslo. Rakowski up to the line of scrimmage, stays with the I formation. Flanker in tight on the far side this time. Rakowski back in the pocket, wants to throw, fires it out on the right side, and let's see, the pass is incomplete. He was looking on the right side for his tall, lanky receiver. The pass intended for David Zola, and it goes incomplete. That brings about a 4th down situation, and the Oslo Bobcats will be forced to punt the ball. 4th down at their own 19-yard line. Every Friday night is fish fry night at the Oslo American Legion. Tonight is no exception. There's music following, too. And tomorrow night, the Halloween Masquerade Dance. Music by North Country Band. And remember the special Valentine's Day dance and supper, too, at the Oslo American Legion on Veterans Day. 4th down, high punt off the foot of Rakowski, and the ball is held up in the wind. It's down at the 35-yard line, Oslo end of the field, so Argyle has pretty good field position. You can't fault the punter, Rakowski. He got a good snap back. He got the ball high up in the air, but the wind just plain blew it back across midfield to the 35. So a short punt by the Bobcats, 1st down and 10 for Argyle. David Bergeron is the quarterback. Bergeron, second man through the hole out of the I formation, and that's Mike Levine. Levine breaks his way across the line of scrimmage and gets to the 32-yard line. Picked up 3 on the carry. Mike Levine, the ball carrier, brought down by Ronnie Huff of the Oslo Bobcats. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Clock is running, and we're underway here in the first quarter. There's no score. We've used up about 2 minutes thus far. Flanker to the right side, backfield in the I formation. They give us the second man through the hole. And here we go, all the way into the end zone for a touchdown is Mike Levine. Levine broke it open at the line of scrimmage, and there wasn't an orange jersey within 10 yards of him. Once he got past the line of scrimmage, good blocking up front. The linebackers were pulled out and knocked down, and Mike Levine all the way into the end zone, a run of 32 yards. Levine, a 32-yard touchdown run. Just 2 minutes into this game, and the Eagles are on the board 6-0. The explosive Argyle Eagles out in front 6-0. Here's the try for the 2 extra points. David Bergeron. Mike Levine is the ball carrier, goes to the left side, and he got him. Mike Levine, 32-yard touchdown run. Mike Levine for the 2 extra points. And the Eagles are on the board 8-0, just 2 minutes into this game. The Thompson Potato Company of Oslo, potato tonight on KTRF. Back the Bobcats from Oslo High School, the Thompson Potato Company, proud to be a sports booster. Listen to the football special at Dahlstrom Motors in Oslo. A new 1981 Citation 4-door sedan, automatic transmission, power steering for $1 over dealer cost. Don't miss it. The football special at Dahlstrom Motors. Grillhout again grabs the ball all the way past the goal post, and this time it makes it all the way out to the road on the north side of the Argyle field. And it'll be brought out to the 15-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Bobcats at their own 15. Oslo trailing Argyle by a score of 8-0. We've just played 2 minutes in the first quarter. Tony Rakowski brings his team up to the line. They stay in the power I formation. Flanker is inside on the near side. The ends are inside also. Draw play over the middle. Solom is the ball carrier. And Solom cracks his way out to the 19-yard line, just shy of the 20. Brought down 1 yard short of the 20-yard stripe, and it's a gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Bobcats. 2nd down and 6 for Oslo. Flanker in tight on the near side, backfield in the I. Jamison and Solom, the 2 setbacks. Quarterback Rakowski back in the pocket to throw, firing into the wind, and the pass is almost picked off. Mike Levine had a shot at that ball as the wind held it up. Quarterback Rakowski was looking for Tom Kallock, and Kallock was open. Levine was behind him, but the wind held the ball up long enough for Levine to get over there, get his hands on it, and almost come up with the interception. But it fell to the ground, and it goes at an incomplete pass. And a third down play now coming up for the Bobcats. Third down and 6 from the 19. Back in the pocket to throw. Screen pass over the middle. Jamison holds it in. And Jamison is out across the 22-23-yard line. Jeff Jamison of the Oslo Bobcats hauling in that pass, and he's close to a first down marker. Apparently, he's just shy of the 25. Let's see. They're going to bring the chain crew in from the far side to measure it. I didn't think he picked up quite that much yardage, but apparently he did, and now they're going to measure for the first down. And the ball is just across the 24. First down markers at the 25. A friend of the farmer in the Oslo area, the Farmers Co-op Elevator in Oslo, Clark Kleva, the manager, and his entire staff take pride in serving the farmers in the Oslo area. The Farmers Co-op Elevator of Oslo. Up to the line of scrimmage now. It's fourth down and less than a yard. Bobcats need a first down here to keep this drive alive. They trail 8-0 in the early going. We've used up 3 minutes in the first quarter of play. One lone setback this time behind Rakowski. Rakowski goes for the quarterback sneak, and we got flags down on the play. Rakowski has the yardage necessary for the first down. The question is, who is the penalty against? Illegal procedure against the Bobcats. Well, I'm sure Argyle's going to decline the penalty because it looks like Rakowski's got the necessary yardage, or he's going to accept the penalty because Rakowski did pick up the necessary yardage for the first down. Right, they march off 5 yards against Oslo. It'll be a fourth down and 5 situation now. The ball just shy of the 20-yard line, and Rakowski back in punt formation. He'll be kicking into this strong southerly wind. Good snap back. Sends it high up in the air, and the wind again gets a hold of the ball, and it takes a bounce at the 35, and that's where it drops dead at the 35-yard line. First down and 10 for the Argyle Eagles at the Oslo 35. And we've got a flag down on the play. I'm not sure what the marker's about. I think one of the Oslo players touched the ball before it hit the ground. Right. One of the Oslo players, Jeff Jamison, touched the ball before it hit the ground. And before an Argyle player touched it. Well, actually, no Argyle player was near the ball. But I don't think the punting team can lay a finger on that ball until after it hits the ground. That's right. Right. Jeff Jamison put his hands on the ball before it hit the ground. And the Oslo Bobcats, well, they have to punt again. It'll be fourth down and a mile, as they're way back now at their own 12-yard line, or 15-yard line, excuse me. Rakowski will be kicking from right in front of his own end zone. Gets off a short line drive kick. It bounces off Jay Levine's hands. Levine now picks up the ball, cracks his way inside the 30 and down at the 29-yard line. Levine picked up that football right at midfield, the 40, returned it for 11 yards. It'll be first down and 10 for Argyle, 29 in Bobcat territory. Max Campbell, the manager, and the Valley Bean Company of Oslo buys and contracts pinto beans from the farmer. Happy to help sponsor Oslo High School sports and urging everybody to back the Bobcats this year from Oslo High School. Ends are in tight. Backfield in the eye. The two Levine boys behind David Bergeron. Flanker to the left side. They fake the handoff over the middle. Bergeron back to throw. Looking for his flanker on the left side. And the pass overthrown. Wide open on the play was Roger St. Germain. But the pass a little bit off its mark. David Bergeron, southpaw quarterback, straight back in the pocket, was looking for His flanker all the way, St. Germain, and the pass incomplete. St. Germain comes out, and Gary Gruhut comes in at the flanker position. They alternate plays back and forth from the sidelines. Bergeron fakes the handoff, keeps the ball himself, and he breaks it to the 22-yard line. David Bergeron to the 22 for the Argyle Eagles, brought down by Ken Zola of the Bobcats. And it's enough, let's see, for a third down and short yardage situation coming up. Third down and less than 3. First down marker is at the 19, and the ball at the 22. Do all of your banking at the Valley State Bank in Oslo, hometown bank for people in the Oslo area. Remember the Valley State Insurance Agency, too, located in the Valley State Bank in Oslo. High formation behind David Bergeron. Pitches back to Mike Levine. Levine gets a block, cuts inside the corner, and then he's brought down. Nice ankle tackle by Jeff Jameson of the Oslo Bobcats. Jameson with a good ankle tackle pulled down Mike Levine. And if you're going to stop Mike Levine, that's the way to do it. Hit him low below the knees and hang on and pull him down. Nice defensive play by Jameson. No gain. Fourth down and 3. The ball stays at the 22. Levine, if he could have got by Jameson, would have had some nice yardage. High formation. The give is to the first man through on the eye, and that's Jay Levine. Levine gets to the 21-yard line, and the Oslo Bobcat defense holds Argyle. Oslo takes over, first down and 10. Bobcats ball, first down and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Larry Solom with the good defensive stop on Jay Levine on that last play for the Bobcats. For great food at a reasonable price, eat out often at Gordy's Diner in Oslo. Gordy's Diner for a hearty breakfast, a great noon lunch, or a terrific evening meal. Eat out often and make it Gordy's Diner in Oslo. Jameson and Solom, the two setbacks behind Rakowski. The give to the second man through. Out of the I formation, up to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Very little gain, if any, on that carry, maybe a half a yard. Solom, the ball carrier. Argyle's defense stacked up on him and dropped him for little or no gain. We'll call it second down and 10. Line of scrimmage still at 21-yard line. High formation behind Rakowski. The pitch out is back to Solom. He's looking downfield, fires it, and the pass is off the fingertips of the intended receiver and almost picked off by Mike Levine. The pass intended for Tom Callock off his hands, and then it went into the arms of Mike Levine, but Levine couldn't hold on to the ball. Incomplete pass. Third down and 10. Line of scrimmage stays at 21. The Oslo Mobile Station is now under new ownership and new managers. The Oslo Mobile Station now owned by Brian McGlynn of Far North Oil and Stephen and managed by Perry Paschke and Todd Risthagen. Rakowski rolling to the near side on third down, trying to pick up some yardage himself. And he's knocked out of bounds, pushed into the Argyle bench right down below us, but he picked up about 5 yards, 6 yards, out to the 27-yard line. 6-yard gain by quarterback Tony Rakowski of Oslo. It's a fourth down play. Fourth down and 4, and Rakowski back in punt formation. Good high snap back. He gets off a nice kick high in the air, and it bounces across midfield, and it's down inside the 35, 33-yard line, Argyle territory. Not a bad punt considering he was going right into this southerly wind. So Argyle, first down and 10 at their own 33, 8-0. Argyle leading with 5:40 left to go, first quarter of play. The American Legion Club of Argyle, always looking for new eligible members. The Legion in Argyle, working for veterans' rights and for our country, too. Stop in at the American Legion in Argyle. Levine in him, Levine, the I formation behind quarterback Bergeron. First man through, that's Jay Levine. Out of the power I, cracks his way across midfield for the first down and some extra yardage to the 35-yard line. Jay Levine lines up as the deep man in the I. Mike Levine is the up back, and Mike got the call that time, got inside to the 35. It's enough for an Argyle first down. Brought down on the play by Alvin Anhorn of the Oslo Bobcats. Flanker to the near side. David Bergeron, the quarterback, calling signals. Fakes the handoff over the middle, running the option to the near side. Bergeron's got a lot of running room, and he goes into the end zone. The 10-5 touchdown. David Bergeron, a beautifully executed option play as he fakes the handoff over the middle to Jay Levine, and then used the blocking of Mike Levine to get around the corner. He had the option of pitching out to Mike Levine or keeping it himself, and Bergeron goes over from 35 yards out for the second Argyle touchdown in this first quarter. David Bergeron. Out of the power I formation, you'll never see an option play better executed than that. You fake to the up back through and then option whether to pitch out or not. And he decided to keep the ball, and Bergeron got around the corner and had nothing but green grass in front of him. Here's the try for the 2 extra points. The handoff goes to St. Germain, and he does not get into the end zone. So the Argyle Eagles score on a 35-yard touchdown run by David Bergeron, but failed to get the 2 extra points. Our score with 5 minutes to go, first quarter of play, Argyle leading Oslo 14-0. Jim Robertson of the Home Oil Company in Argyle is your Deep Rock fuel dealer. Give Jim a call and fill your fuel oil tank soon. Be ready for winter with a full tank of fuel oil from the Home Oil Company in Argyle and Jim Robertson. For accounting services, business bookkeeping, and income tax preparation, it's Ken Levine Accounting Services, located in the Argyle Mall in Argyle. His phone number is 437-6678. Ken Levine, Public Accountant. Gary Gruholt again has the wind to his back, and he puts the ball far beyond the goalpost and well out of the end zone. It'll come out to the 15-yard line and be first down and 10 for Oslo. First down and 10 for the Bobcats at their own 15, as Gruholt all 3 times has drilled the ball well beyond the goalpost. This strong southerly wind is helping anybody that kicks off with the wind to their back. Rakowski, the handoff to Solom on the first down play, right over the middle. Solom gets 2 yards out to the 17-yard line. Larry Solom, the ball carrier, on a straight handoff from his quarterback, picked up 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8 coming up for the Oslo Bobcats. Otter Tail Power Company says, use your electricity wisely. Save not only money, but time and energy, too. Use it, but don't abuse it. Electricity is too valuable to waste. The Otter Tail Power Company of Hallock, serving the fine communities of Argyle and Oslo. Back to throw is the quarterback. Rakowski fires it out on the near side. He was looking for Jeff Jameson out of the backfield. Incomplete pass. Third down play coming up for the Bobcats. Third down and long yardage situation. In the Stephen and Argyle area, people read the Messenger to keep up to date and well informed. Quality printing, too, at the Messenger. Let the Messenger handle all of your printing and office supply needs. The Messenger, the newspaper for Stephen and Argyle. Up to the line of scrimmage, third down play, third and long. Rakowski sets his backfield, and we've got players jumping across the line of scrimmage. Who was drawn offside first? We'll see now. We've got 4 officials working this ball game out of the Grand Forks Association, and the Oslo Bobcats are guilty of the illegal procedure call. That'll cost them 5. It'll make it third down and even longer. The ball goes back inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Third down and long yardage coming up for Oslo. Bobcats up to the line of scrimmage. Rakowski with the eye behind him. Back in the pocket to throw. Fires it out on the right side. Incomplete pass. Looking for Jameson out of the backfield. Jameson covered and covered well. Wayne Fuller was over there, and also Ray Safransky. Incomplete pass. Fourth down and long yardage, and again, Tony Rakowski will be forced to punt the ball, this time from inside his own end zone. Rakowski stepping back inside the goal line, about 3 yards inside the goal line. Jay Levine is anticipating a punt, and a short kick. It goes out of bounds. at the 20-yard line, inside the 20 at the 18. They spot the ball out of bounds. Rakowski trying to get the kickoff in a hurry as the Eagles put on a good hard pass rush. And Rakowski let it go off the side of his foot right into the wind. And the ball goes out of bounds at the 18. Argyle, excellent field position. A good hard rush put on by Chris Kosprovich of Argyle. First down and 10 for the Eagles inside the 20 in Oslo territory. Bergeron barking signals, and the officials stop the play. Illegal procedure call against Argyle before the snap of the ball. The whistle blew before the snap of the ball, so one of the interior linemen must have anticipated the count, or else there was a mix-up in signals in the backfield. 5-yard penalty against Argyle puts the ball outside the 20 at the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15 now for the Eagles. They lead 14-0. 4 minutes left to go, first quarter. Bergeron pitching back to Mike Levine. Levine is hit behind the line of scrimmage. Spins off that man and finally goes out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Picked up 5 yards. Levine got popped behind the line of scrimmage. He spun off that man and finally was hauled down by Larry Solom at the 18-yard line on the far side of the field. Second down now and 10 coming up for Argyle. Bergeron sends his flanker to the right side. Fakes the handoff and, oh boy, gave to the second man through the hole, and one of the Oslo Bobcats read that play and really smacked Mike Levine. Boy, I don't think Mike Levine has been hit that hard since the doctor spanked him on the butt when he was born, as he really got smacked by David Zola. Zola not very big, about 175 pounds, which isn't too bad, but not a huge fellow. And he really straightened up Mike Levine on that tackle, lifted Levine right off the ground. Number 44, Mike Levine, is probably saying, where did he come from? High formation, third down play. The handoff, Levine gets the call. That's Mike. Mike is inside the 18 to the 17-yard line. Mike Levine on the carry, brought down by Jeff Jameson of the Oslo Bobcats. Well, let's set the scene here for you. We've got a 4th down play. 4th down and about 8 coming up for Argyle. Ball is at the 17-yard line. Eagles quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Clock is ticking down. 2 minutes left to go, first quarter. Argyle leading Oslo 14-0. David Bergeron barking signals. On a reverse, he gives the ball and going to the far side of the field, finding running room inside the 10. And in for the touchdown is John Hedquist. John Hedquist on an end-around play of 17 yards. And the Eagles tally their 3rd touchdown here in the first quarter of play. John Hedquist on the end-around, a 17-yard run, and it's a 20-0 ball game with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Argyle leading Oslo. Eagles up to the line of scrimmage now for the 2 extra points. Bergeron sets his backfield. Has been a full house this time, not the power eye. Bergeron to Mike Levine. Levine into the end zone for the 2 extra points. John Hedquist on a 17-yard touchdown run. And Mike Levine going over from 3 yards out for the 2 extra points, and it's 22-0. Argyle leading Oslo with 2 minutes left to go, first quarter of play. Tonight, the Friday night special at the Farmer Dell is Torsk, an 8-ounce size with salad, toast, and potatoes for $3.50. Saturday night special is T-bone steak, 14 to 18-ounce size at 50 cents an ounce, and you choose the size you want. The Farmer Dell Dining Room at the Farmer Dell Steakhouse and Lounge in Argyle, right on Highway 75. Ball teed up at the 30-yard line by Gary Gruholt. And I think they might as well just stick it down at the 15 right now, because I know Gruholt's going to drill that ball all the way through the end zone. Gruholt steps into it. Short kick this time, but still it has enough to get into the end zone. Got up into the wind, and he'll be brought out to the 15. Normally that ball would have hit down at about the 10-yard line, but the south wind behind it carried it into the end zone. First down and 10 for Oslo at their own 15. Loringer Foods is your clean, fresh, convenient grocery store in the Argyle shopping mall. Loringer Foods a fun place to shop because Vic Loringer and his entire staff is so friendly and courteous, and Loringer Foods, grocery shopping headquarters in the Argyle area. Loringer Foods in the Argyle Mall. Tony Rakowski rolling to the right side. Gets around the corner. Hey, he got a block on the far side of the field. Stays in bounds and got across the 20-yard line. Brought down at the 23. Nice gain of about 22, they spotted. 7-yard pickup for Tony Rakowski of Oslo on that quarterback keeper as he went to the right side, got around the corner, and picked up 7 yards. Phil Heat from Phillips 66, the Valley Oil Company in Argyle. Let the cold north wind blow and stay nice and warm with Phil Heat this winter. Talk to Bob or Mike St. Germain, and they'll fill your fuel oil tank. If your car needs servicing, have Harlan Yell do the work at the sign of Phillips 66, where it's performance that counts. You know, saving makes a lot of sense nowadays, too, and many people are asking for savings accounts from the Argyle State Bank. Smart people know that saving is important, and if you want to save for an important objective, you start a savings account and do it first thing Monday morning at the Argyle State Bank. Shake it up on that last play. Coming to the near sidelines for the Argyle Eagles is Ray Safransky. Safransky coming off under his own power, just shaking up a little bit on that last play. Temperature-wise, it's not a bad evening for football here in Argyle, but the wind is out of the south, and it's a humming here tonight. The Argyle Eagles are humming, too, as they're out front 22-0 with a minute and a half to go first quarter of play. Oslo with the ball. Second down and 3 at their own 22. The pitch out back to Solom. Solom is hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he goes down at the 19-yard line. Lost 3 yards. It'll be a third down play coming up for Oslo. Third down situation for the Bobcats. Nice defensive play by Sean Hunstead in on that tackle for the Argyle Eagles. Sean Hunstead with the defensive stop. Bobcats third down and long yardage. Rakowski rolling to the right side, wants to throw, fires it out, incomplete. Mike Levine had the pass receiver well covered. Rakowski was looking on the right side for David Zola. Incomplete pass. It'll be fourth down in a punting situation for the Bobcats with 45 seconds left to go first quarter. Argyle Co-op Warehouse, proud to serve the rich Red River Valley farming area, serving the farmer with the finest in chemicals and fertilizer. And now, during the fall months, the best time to apply your anhydrous from Argyle Co-op Warehouse. Nice punt by Rakowski. Ball bounces inside the 30, and it's whistled dead at the 27-yard line. Good punt by Rakowski, considering he was going headlong into the strong southerly wind. First down and 10 for Argyle at their own 27. There's a lot of talk nowadays about farm machinery. See the John Deere line of farm implements at Muzzy Farm Equipment in Argyle. Top quality service, too, and a nice selection of used machinery. Muzzy Farm Equipment in Argyle. Every Thursday night is chicken special night at LaFawn's Cafe, and every Friday night is Friday night fish special night. LaFawn's Cafe, a great place to eat out in the Argyle Mall. First down play, the give is to Mike Levine, or Jay Levine, rather. Jay Levine breaks it out across the 35, down at the 38, 2 yards shy of midfield. And he's got the first down. First down and 10 for the Argyle Eagles. Jay Levine, the ball carrier. Ball just shy of midfield, 13 seconds. Clock is ticking down in the first quarter of play. Argyle leading 22-0. High formation behind Bergeron. Gives to the first man through again. That's Jay Levine. And with that play, that's the end of the first quarter. The score at the end of the first stanza, Argyle leading Oslo 22-0. Formation in the backfield. Here comes the first play of the second quarter. David Bergeron at midfield for the Argyle Eagles on the quarterback keeper. Running the option, he comes to the near side, does not pitch out, gets inside the 30 and down at the 28-yard line. Bergeron runs that option play so nice. He's a southpaw quarterback. He came to his strong side and had the option of pitching out or not. He saw the opening and he cut right in there and picked up a nice gain, enough for a first down. 28-yard line, first down and 10 for Argyle. Flanker to the right side, Gary Gruhut. The give is over the middle, and this is Jay Levine. Jay Levine is inside the 20 and down at the 18-yard line. It's another Argyle first down. As the Eagles keeping the ball on the ground, picking up some nice yardage and just moving the football. They lead 22-0. We're early in the second quarter of play. Valley Coverall Service Incorporated of Argyle, serving all of northwestern Minnesota with coverall and shop towel rental, taking pride in serving the area. Remember, talk to Darrell at Valley Coverall Service of Argyle for rug rentals, shop towels, and coverall service. Option play again with Bergeron carrying the ball to the near side, and he has got a couple more yards on that first down play. Only picked up 2 to the 16-yard line, 15-yard line. Give him 3. It'll be second down and 7. Second and 7 coming up for the Eagles. Clock continuing to run. 10.5 minutes to go in the first half. Argyle leading 22-0. I formation. Bergeron gives to Jay Levine, and Levine hit right at the line of scrimmage, and the ball squirts loose. And let's see. Argyle recovering their own fumble. Jay Levine got hit at the line of scrimmage. The ball popped out, but he was able to fall on it. Third down play coming up. Levine took a good hard jolt from David Zola of the Oslo Bobcats. Ronnie Huff also in on that tackle. Argyle up to the line of scrimmage. Third down. Inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Bergeron fakes the handoff over the middle. Fires it to John Hedquist, and it's incomplete. Hedquist was at the 2-yard line. The pass a little bit behind him. A well-executed play with the pass off its mark from Bergeron. He was looking for Hedquist all the way, and incomplete. It'll be a fourth down situation coming up for Argyle. For the Dairy Best, it's Bridgman Dairy Products at your favorite grocery store. Milk, cottage cheese, low-fat yogurt, or your favorite ice cream. When it bears the Bridgman name, you know it's the Dairy Best. Look for it at your favorite grocery store's dairy counter. Your rural electric cooperative serving the Argyle and Oslo areas is PKM Electric Cooperative of Warren. Remember, use your electricity wisely. PKM Electric Cooperative. A reverse play. Back to throw. And looking downfield for a receiver, the pass is incomplete. A little bit of razzle-dazzle in the backfield. Gary Gruhut finally ended up with the football, and he was looking downfield for quarterback David Bergeron. Jeff Jameson broke it up for the Oslo Bobcats. Incomplete pass. The ball goes over to Oslo, first down and 10 at their own 17-yard line. The American Legion Club of Argyle always looking for new members, and if you're eligible, you should be a member of the American Legion. Stop in and meet your friends at the American Legion Club in Argyle. First down and 10. Rakowski back to throw. Screen pass over the middle. It's complete to Jameson. And he's across the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jeff Jameson on the receiving end of that screen pass from Rakowski. And a pickup of 5 yards. It'll be second and 5 coming up for the Bobcats. Chris Kasprovich pulled Jameson to the turf. Clock with 9 minutes left to go, first half. Argyle commanding 22-0 lead over Oslo. I formation behind the quarterback. Rakowski calling his signals. The pitch out to the deep man on the eye. Solom down, looking field, wants to throw, fires it in, and it's intercepted, picked off by Mike Levine. Levine hauls in the interception. it and brings the ball to the 30-yard line in Bobcat territory. Solem took the pitch out from his quarterback, Rakowski, fired it downfield, and Levine was right there, hauling in that pass for the Argyle Eagles. Eagles offensively, first down and 10 at the 28 in Bobcat territory. 8.5 minutes left to go, first half of play. David Bergeron at quarterback, calling signals. First man through out of the I formation, that's Jay Levine, and he's got 4 yards to the 24-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6. At the sign of Senex, the customer is always the company. We're talking about the Farmers Union Oil of Oslo and Argyle. Whether it's petroleum products, hardware, fertilizer, you can count on the Senex name. And stop in at the sign of Senex in Oslo and Argyle. Senex, where the customer is the company. I formation behind the quarterback, Bergeron. Second down play, 2nd and 6. Bergeron pitches to Mike Levine. Levine on the option gets inside to the 10-yard line, but there's a flag back at about the 16. Mike Levine taking the pitch out from Bergeron, got around the corner and was knocked down at the 12, but the marker is back at the 16, and the penalty, personal foul clipping against the Argyle Eagles, will call that play back. The Argyle Eagles with a 10-yard penalty for clipping nullifies that nice gain by Mike Levine. Your complete building center in Oslo is the Robertson Lumber Company. Everything for remodeling, new home or building construction, insulation, home, fix-up items too. Robertson Lumber Company in Oslo is the place to stop. The ball resting at the 28-yard line. That was a 10-yard gain on that play by Mike Levine, brought back because of the clipping penalty. Second down, Bergeron draw play over the middle. Mike Levine gets the call. Levine to the far sideline. Levine at the 10-5, touchdown. He shifted into high gear once he got to the 10-yard line and danced into the end zone. A 28-yard touchdown run by Mike Levine. And the Eagles out in front, 28-0. 7:25 left in the second quarter. For complete concrete work, patios, driveways, sidewalks, poured concrete basements, farm construction projects, have the work done by Nordling Brothers Concrete Works of Oslo. Nordling Brothers Concrete Works of Oslo for complete concrete installation. Back to pass as Bergeron fires it into the end zone to John Hedquist for the 2 extra points. David Bergeron to John Hedquist for the 2 extra points. And the Eagles now out in front by a score of 30-0. Let's see, that's 4 touchdowns for Argyle and 3 sets of extra points. I believe they missed just 1 set of extra points on their scoring drives. 4 touchdowns and 3 sets of extra points. The Argyle Eagles out in front, 30-0. 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. For complete road building, excavating, diking and ditching, contact Gowan Construction of Oslo. Free estimates and the job will be done right. That's Gowan Construction of Oslo for all of your earth-moving jobs. They're in the earth-moving business. Well, this time, Gary Gruhut will be kicking into the south wind. Let's see how he does now. Jamison, as Jamison returned the kickoff for 10 yards out to the 20-yard line. First down and 10. Rakowski back in the pocket to throw on first down. Fires it downfield. He's got a receiver, but he was out of bounds. The pass complete on the near side of the field to David Zola, but Zola ruled out of bounds by the officials. Incomplete pass, second down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Big O Foods of Oslo does potato washing and packaging. to be part of the Oslo community and help sponsor Oslo High School sports. Back the Bobcats from Oslo High School. So says Big O Foods of Oslo. High formation behind Tony Rakowski. Back in the pocket to throw. Hard rush put on him. Fires it out on the left side, and he looks for Jeff Jamison. The pass off its mark, incomplete. It'll be a third down play. 3rd and 10 coming up. Clock continuing to run. We're under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Under 7 minutes to go in the first half of play, and Argyle with a commanding 30-0 lead over Oslo. Shotgun formation this time for the Bobcats. Rakowski takes the snap. Back to throw. The rush is on him. Cocks the right arm. Fires downfield, and the pass incomplete. Right at midfield, he was looking for David Zola. Deep coverage on the play by Wayne Fulleret of the Argyle Eagles. It's 4th down and 10. For complete insurance services, see the Tennis Insurance Agency of Oslo. Remember, Tennis Insurance of Oslo sells hunting and fishing licenses too. Tennis Insurance of Oslo for all of your insurance needs. Rakowski gets a good snap back. Just barely got off a nice punt. The wind carries it downfield, and Jay Levine has to let it bounce inside the 10 and the ball down at the 7-yard line. But we got a flag way back at the 12, and we might have a roughing the kicker call against the Argyle Eagles. Let's see. That's the preliminary signal from the official. Ray Safransky was in there putting a lot of pressure on Rakowski. Rakowski got the punt off, and it was a beauty. But Safransky must have bumped him. And they're bringing the play back. A roughing the kicker call against the Argyle Eagles. Brings the ball out to the 31-yard line, where it's 1st down and 10 for Oslo. Break for the Bobcats. Say, tonight is Fish Fry Night with music following at the Oslo American Legion. Tomorrow night, the Halloween Masquerade Dance, music by North Country Band. And remember, special Veterans Day dance with supper too on Veterans Day this year at the Oslo American Legion Club. High formation in the backfield, back in the pocket to throw, and Rakowski looking for Larry Solom, but Solom wasn't expecting the pass quite that soon, and incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 up to 31. The Thompson Potato Company of Oslo, potato buyers and processors, and happy to help sponsor Bobcat football on KTRF. Back to Bobcats from Oslo High School during the upcoming sports season. And Thompson Potato Company of Oslo, happy to help be a sports sponsor in the Oslo community. A quick pass over the middle from quarterback Rakowski to his receiver on the right side is good for about 4 yards. David Zola took 3 yards downfield, spun around, and the pass was right there. A 3rd down play coming up for the Bobcats. The ball just shy of the 35, marking up to 34, a 3-yard gain. 3rd down and 7. 6 minutes left to go. First half, 30-0. The Argyle Eagles leading on the strength of 4 touchdowns and 3 sets of extra points. Back in the shotgun formation, Jamison takes the handoff, and he gets out to the 40-yard line. Jamison is a yard shy of the 1st down. 1st down markers at the 39. Argyle end of the field. The ball resting just shy of the 40. It's a 4th down and a long run coming up for the Bobcats. Gary Gruholt on the tackle for Argyle. Clock continues to tick away too. 5.5 minutes left to go. First half of play. 30-0. Argyle leading. Shotgun formation. The handoff goes to Jamison. Fumbles the ball. Loose football, and the Argyle Eagles have it. Mike Levine picked it up and then stepped out of bounds. Mike Levine picked up the fumble and stepped out of bounds at the 27-yard line. First down and 10 for Argyle. Listen to the football special at Dahlstrom Motors in Oslo. A new 1981 Citation 4-door sedan, automatic with power steering for $1 over dealer cost. Don't miss this one at Dahlstrom Motors in Oslo. I formation in the backfield. The quarterback is David Bergeron. He gives the ball on the end-around play to Hedquist, and Hedquist comes to the near sideline and pulled down. He got about 2, maybe 3 yards pickup. Reed Barrelroot came over to make the stop for Oslo. Credit him with a 3-yard gain. It'll be second down and 7. Under 5 minutes to go now, first half. Argyle leading 30-0. Winner of this game travels to Middle River Tuesday afternoon of next week for a 3 o'clock game, and we'll be there too to bring you the play-by-play. Whistles and flags right before the snap of the ball, and illegal procedure, the penalty against Argyle. That'll cost them 5. The penalty against the Eagles for illegal procedure. A friend of the farmer in the Oslo area, the Farmers Co-op elevator in Oslo, Clark Kleva, is the manager, and his entire staff takes pride in serving the farmers in the Oslo area. The Farmers Co-op elevator of Oslo. 5 yards stepped off against the Eagles. Handoff, Bergeron giving off to Jay Levine, and Levine goes down at the 32-yard line. Third down play coming up for Argyle. Clock with 4 minutes now left to go first half. 30-0, Argyle leading. Eagles up to the line of scrimmage. With an I formation in the backfield. They've used the I extensively tonight. That's their strength. The two Levine brothers lined up in the I. Bergeron, quarterback option play, and a nice defensive maneuver by the Oslo interior lineman. Good move by Ronnie Hoff, as Hoff that time broke up that option play the way it should be done. Get to the quarterback before he has a chance to take too many steps and get too close to the corner. Ronnie Hoff of the Oslo Bobcats. Nice defensive play. Fourth down coming up for Argyle. If you're going to break up that Argyle option play, that right there is the way you have to do it. Fourth down. Bergeron pitches back to Mike Levine. Levine getting blocking on the right side. Levine is down inside the 25. He's close to the first down. Let's see. He's inside the 20, excuse me. That's a 15-yard line, and he got the first down. Picked up the first down easily. First down and 10 for the Argyle Eagles. At the 15-yard line. 3 minutes left to go first half. Eagles with the ball. First down and 10. Jay Levine gets the call. First man in the I formation. He's got a couple. 3-yard gain, up 2-yard gain. They move it back a yard. It'll be second down and 8. The Valley Bean Company of Oslo buys and contracts pinto beans from the farmer. Happy to help sponsor Oslo High School sports and urging everybody to back the Bobcats this year from Oslo High School. Second down and 8. Bergeron, option play, pitch out back to Mike Levine. Levine around the corner, inside the 10 and down at the 3-yard line. Mike Levine got around the corner and inside the 10 and to the 3-yard line before being knocked out of bounds along the near sideline. The Argyle Eagles knocking at the door again. Saving the touchdown was Reed Barrelroot of Oslo. First and goal for the Argyle Eagles at the 3. They lead 30-0 with 2 minutes left to go first half. David Bergeron sets his backfield. I formation. The pitch out. And that's Mike Levine, and he did not get in. Levine is stopped at the 2-yard line. 1-yard gain. It'll be second down and goal from the 2. To all of your banking at the Valley State Bank in Oslo, the hometown bank for people in the Oslo area. Remember the Valley State Insurance Agency, too, located in the Valley State Bank in Oslo. Second down and goal now from the 2-yard line. Bergeron keeps his team in the I formation in the backfield, barking signals. And Bergeron gives it off to Mike Levine, and Levine gets to the 1, and that's it. Oslo defense tightening up. Third down and goal situation coming up for Argyle. For great food at a reasonable price, eat out often at Gordy's Diner in Oslo. Gordy's Diner for a hearty breakfast, a great noon lunch, or a terrific evening meal. Eat out often at Gordy's Diner in Oslo. Third down play with 1:10 left to go. First half, Argyle Eagles leading 30-0. David Bergeron. And the handoff is over the middle, and he did not get in. Getting the call that time was Jay Levine, and he did not get in. 50 seconds left on the clock. There's time for one more play. Fourth down and goal for the Argyle Eagles. Argyle up to the line of scrimmage. Fourth and goal from the 1-yard line. They lead 30-0. Bergeron pitches to Mike Levine, and Mike Levine goes down, and he does not get in. Well, the Oslo Bobcats, even if they're down 30-0, came up with a big defensive play. Larry Solom on that last tackle. And you got to hand it to that Oslo team. I mean, sure, they're down 30-0 with 30 seconds left on the clock, but Argyle had the ball, fourth and goal from the 3, and the Oslo Bobcats held them off. Good going, Oslo. Rakowski, quarterback sneak right up the middle, and the clock is going to run down. Our halftime score, the Oslo Bobcats trailing the Argyle Eagles. Argyle 30 and Oslo nothing here at halftime. The Oslo mobile station is now under new ownership and new manager. 376678, Ken Levine, public accountant. Take right up Edwards, a run of 17 yards, and Mike Levine, a run of 28 yards for the four Argyle touchdowns, and the Argyle Eagles added extra points. John Hedquist, Mike Levine, and let's see, I think we're missing one here as far as extra points go. They got 3 sets of extra points. But we only have 2 of them marked down here. Well, there was four touchdowns for the Argyle Eagles and 3 sets of extra points, and the Argyle Eagles leading the Oslo Bobcats 30-0 here at halftime. And we're going to warm up a little bit now at halftime. Take a few moments out. Stop seeing that black lettering against that orange background. Second down play. And again, Jamison gets the call. Jeff Jamison, the ball carrier. Hit right at the line of scrimmage. Third down situation coming up for Oslo. 3rd and 7. For accounting services, business bookkeeping, and income tax preparation, it's Ken Levine Accounting Services, located in the Argyle Mall in Argyle. His phone number is 437-6678. Ken Levine, public accountant. High formation in the backfield behind Tony Rakowski. Rakowski gives the ball out to Solom this time, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Goes down there. No gain on the play. The Argyle defense stacking him up right at the line of scrimmage. Fourth down for Oslo. And Tony Rakowski back in punt formation. Inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Gets a good snap back. He gets a nice high kick, but it gets held up in the wind. Fair catch is called for, and the ball bounces inside the the 30-yard line at the 28. It'll be first down and 10 for Argyle. Pretty good field position, 28 in Oslo territory. The Otter Tail Power Company says, use your electricity wisely. Save not only money, but time and energy, too. Use it, but don't abuse it. Electricity is too valuable to waste. The Otter Tail Power Company of Hallock, serving the fine communities of Oslo and Argyle. Up to the line, high formation behind quarterback Bergeron. Flanker out to the far side. That's Zapransky. The give to Jay Levine. Levine hits the line of scrimmage, spins off one tackler, and then gets snowed under by a swarm of orange jerseys. Leading the charge for the Oslo Bobcats was Robert Brown. Second down play coming up for the Eagles. Ball stays inside the 30. 26-yard line, give or take a little bit. High formation in the backfield. David Bergeron calling signals. Bergeron running the option play to the left side, and Bergeron is inside the 20 and down at the 19-yard line. David Bergeron, the ball carrier, to the 19. And it's enough for an Argyle Eagle first down. In the Stephen and Argyle area, people read the Messenger to keep up to date and well informed. Quality printing at the Messenger. Let the Messenger handle all of your printing and office supply needs. In the Stephen and Argyle area, the hometown newspaper is the Messenger. Third down play for the Argyle Eagles inside the 20. High formation, back to throw it, Bergeron, a third down, and he's pulled down from behind. A good hard pass rush put on by the Oslo Bobcats. Reed Barrelrood had Bergeron wrapped up from behind and threw him down. Just as Bergeron was letting the ball go, incomplete pass. It'll be fourth down now for the Argyle Eagles. Tonight, the special at the Farmer Dell is Torsk, an 8-ounce size with salad, toast, and potatoes for $3.50. Saturday night special, T-bone steak, 14 to 8-ounce size at 50 cents an ounce. You choose the size you want at the Farmer Dell in Argyle. David Bergeron, quarterback sneak, looking for the first down. Dives forward right over the top of his center. Got good blocking from his center, Danny Dufault. And let's see, did Bergeron get the first down? He did not get it. No, he came up short. Ball goes over to the Oslo Bobcats. He got it? That's what I thought. Yeah, he did get the first down. Right. No, wait a minute. No, he didn't. I'm not going to listen to you anymore, Vic. Superintendent of Schools, Vic Sletton, sitting right beside me. I didn't think he made it, but Vic said he did, so I had to recheck myself, and he did not make the first down. First down play for the Bobcats. Back to throw is the quarterback Rakowski. Fires it out on the right side. He's got a receiver, and it's complete for a short gain. Picked up a couple of yards. The pass complete on the right side to David Zola. That's Rakowski's favorite target over there. Zola's a pretty good-sized boy. That's about 6'3", 6'4". And off to the second man through the hole out of the I formation. That's Jamison carrying the ball, or Solom rather. Jamison was the first man through. Solom packing the pigskin right behind him. Short game, third down play coming up for Oslo. Loranger Foods is your clean, fresh, convenient grocery store in the Argyle Shopping Mall. Loranger Foods is a fun place to shop because everybody's so friendly and courteous. Vic Loranger and his staff at Loranger Foods in the Argyle Mall. High formation. Quarterback Rakowski coming to the near side, and he's cut down. John Hedquist in on the tackle. Also in on the stop was Robert Hapka. Fourth down play coming up. Fourth down situation facing the Oslo Bobcats, and they drop back in punt formation. Rakowski gets a good step back. The kick is blocked. Loose football. The Argyle Eagles have it. John Headquist inside the 10 and down at the 7-yard line. The Argyle Eagles block Rakowski's punt, and Headquist recovers inside the 10. Let's see where they spot the ball down. Looks like they're going to mark it. Just outside the 10-yard line. Headquist apparently went down just outside the 10 and then got up and went for the 7, but they mark it where he recovered the fumble just outside the 10-yard line, so it's first down and 10. It's not first and goal. I formation. Bergeron back to throw on first down. Fires it. End zone. Touchdown, Argyle Eagles. A 10-yard scoring pass to number 80, Sean Humstead. Sean Humstead on the receiving end of a 10-yard pass from quarterback David Bergeron. Bergeron to Humstead. And the Eagles put another one on the board, 36-0. They lead the Oslo Bobcats with 6:16 left to go, third quarter of play. David Bergeron to Sean Humstead for 10 yards, a touchdown pass. High formation. Here's the try for the 2 extra points. Broken play in the backfield, and the quarterback Bergeron falls down, and the Eagles do not get the 2 extra points. Mixed up in the backfield, and the extra point attempt fails. Well, let's see. That's 5 touchdowns for Argyle tonight thus far, and 3 sets of extra points. Argyle leading 36-0. Still heat from Phillips 6. All of a sudden, we've got it blowing now. Gruholt all the way into the end zone. First down and 10 for Oslo at their own 15. That's what you call the old automatic on a night like this. The Argyle co-op warehouse will nail the shoes to the floor here pretty soon. Bergeron, or rather Rakowski, the quarterback for the Oslo Bobcats, rolling to the right side, and he goes down. A loss on the play, pulled down by Gary Gruholt. Gary Gruholt on the tackle. Loss on the play back to the 10-yard line. Inside the 10 at the 8-yard line, a loss of 7. Oslo deep in their own territory. Just under 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Argyle leading 36-0. Rakowski is the quarterback. Hands off over the middle. The hole opens up, and Jamison picks up some yardage. Jamison cracks his way out for about 3-4 yards. Third down play coming up for the Bobcats. There's a lot of talk nowadays about farm machinery. See the John Deere line of implements at Muzzy Farm Equipment in Argyle. Top quality service, nice selection of used machinery too at Muzzy Farm Equipment. High formation in the backfield. Second man through the hole. And the handoff from quarterback Rakowski of the Bobcats. He gives it to the tailback, Jamison. And Jeff Jamison, not very big. Let's give this kid some credit. How big is he? Well, he's 151 pounds, and he's a junior, but not a bad running back. And he got about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. And Argyle back in punt formation. Rakowski just outside his own goal line, sends it high in the air. The wind holds it up, and the ball takes a terrific Argyle ball. That ball hit on the 30-yard line and then zoomed straight back and bounced off an Oslo player, not intentionally. And the ball will be placed down at the 24-yard line. First down and 10 for Argyle at the Oslo 24. Every Thursday night is chicken special night at the Fonz Cafe in the Argyle Mall. And every Friday night is fish special night. Book your Christmas meeting, your Christmas get-together. Quarterback David Bergeron. He's still in the ball game. And Jay Levine gets the call, takes the handoff from Bergeron, and he's stacked up right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. David Zola was in there. Jeff Jameson in there. A host of other Oslo Bobcats were in there too. Orange jerseys all over the place. Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter play, and Argyle with a commanding 36-0 lead over the Oslo Bobcats. And it looks like it'll be Argyle traveling to Middle River Tuesday afternoon of next week. 3 o'clock is game time, and that should be a good one. A quick pass over the middle. Bergeron hits Hedquist, and Hedquist into the end zone for the touchdown. 24-yard touchdown pass from David Bergeron to John Hedquist, and the Eagles out in front, 42-0. For complete insurance services, see the Keith Solom Insurance Agency in Argyle. Keith offers personal service, and he can tailor your coverage to meet your needs. Keith Solom Insurance in Argyle. Since 1957, you always do well when you buy with Mel. From the Ethier Oil Company and Mel's extra points is caught behind the line of scrimmage, took the handoff, or rather make it St. Germain. St. Germain took the handoff and did not get into the end zone. So the Eagles get the touchdown, but no extra points, and they're out in front 42-0. Let's see now. That's a total of 6 touchdowns and 3 sets of extra points for Argyle thus far in the game, with 3:24 left on the clock in the third quarter. Valley Coverall Service Incorporated of Argyle serves all of northwestern Minnesota. Throws it all the way into the end zone. Oslo first down and 10 at their own 15-yard line. And this is a recording. 3:24 left to go, third quarter play. 42-0. The Argyle Eagles leading Oslo. And it's going to be Argyle and Middle River. Tuesday afternoon of next week at 3 o'clock. And all year long, we've been saying we'd like to see Argyle and Middle River tango sometime during the year, and it looks like it's going to come about on Tuesday. Direct snap back. Jameson trying to find running room, and he cuts to the near side, goes down. He got across the line of scrimmage, maybe for a yard. Let's see where they mark him down. Oslo Bobcats really getting their first taste of playoff experience in a number of years here tonight. And head coach Chris Michalek has a good Oslo team out there. There's no question about it. And this Oslo club is going to be heard from next year in the Northern Lights Conference too. Straight handoff over the middle. This time it's Larry Solom carrying the ball. And Solom has a couple of yards out to the 18-yard line. The Oslo Bobcats with a lot of underclassmen. Tom Calick, one of their ends is a junior. Interior lineman, their center, Reed Barrelroot, a sophomore. Running backs, Jeff Jameson, Larry Solom, both underclassmen. Their flanker, Ken Zola, also a sophomore. Chris Michalek and the Oslo Bobcats are going to be right back in the thick of things in the Northern Lights Conference again next year. You watch out for them. Bobcats passing on third down, looking to the right sideline for Zola, their big receiver, and the pass is complete. Shy of the first down marker. It'll be fourth down coming up for Oslo. For the Dairy Best, make it Bridgman Dairy Products at your favorite grocery store. Milk, cottage cheese, low-fat yogurt, or your favorite ice cream. For the Dairy Best, it's Bridgman Dairy Products. Back in punt formation, Rakowski gets the snapback, sends a squibbler off the side of his foot, but it takes an Oslo bounce, and it goes out at the 36-yard line. Oslo end of the field, shy of midfield. First down and 10 for Argyle, 36-yard line. Your rural electric cooperative serving the Argyle and Oslo areas is PKM Electric Cooperative of Warren. Remember, use your electricity wisely. PKM Electric Cooperative. Speaking of electric, I've got the electric socks on tonight, and boy, the feet are just like toast. If there's some way I can figure out to keep the hands warm, I'd be in business. I should get those electric mittens, too. And I would be set to go. Bergeron, quarterback keeper on the option to the left side. Hits the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Maybe got a yard at the most. Pickup of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. We're down to 1:22 left to go, third quarter. Argyle leading 42-0. The American Legion Club of Argyle always looking for new members. If you're eligible, you should be a member of the American Legion. Stop in and meet your friends at the American Legion Club in Argyle. High formation behind Bergeron. David Bergeron. Hand off over the middle. Mike Levine. Big hole opens up, and Levine cracks it for a first down into the 23-yard line. Oslo territory. 1st and 10 for Argyle. At the sign of FedEx, the customer is always the company. Farmers Union Oil of Oslo and Argyle. Whether it's petroleum products, hardware, or fertilizer, you can count on the FedEx name and the Farmers Union Oil. At the sign of FedEx in Oslo and Argyle, where the customer is always the company. Boy, this wind has picked up in velocity in just the last half hour or so. Straight out of the south. 45 seconds left on the clock. Keep her ticking there, Vic. High formation behind quarterback Bergeron. Mike Levine gets the call inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Mike Levine for the Argyle Eagles. Your complete building supply in Oslo is the Robertson Lumber Company. Everything for remodeling, new home or building construction, insulation, and home fix-up items. See the Robertson Lumber Company in Oslo. For concrete work, patios, driveways, sidewalk work, poured concrete basements, farm construction projects, have the work done by Nordling Brothers Concrete Works of Oslo. They'll do the job, and they will do it right. Handoff over the middle. And Wayne Fulleritt in there in the backfield now for the Argyle Eagles. Gets the call, and Fulleritt picks up a couple of yards, and with that play at the end of the third quarter, at the end of 3 stanzas, it's 42-0. The Argyle Eagles leading the Oslo Bobcats on the strength of 6 touchdowns and 3 sets of extra points. For complete road building, excavating, diking, and ditching, contact Gowan Construction of Oslo. Free estimates for the job will be done and done right. Contact Gowan Construction of Oslo. They are in the earth-moving business. Big Old Foods of Oslo does potato washing and packaging and are proud to be part of the Oslo community and help sponsor Oslo High School sports. Back the Bobcats this sports season from Oslo High School. Fourth quarter underway. David Bergeron at quarterback. And let's see, this is Jay Levine, I believe the ball carrier, right. Picks up a couple of yards. Brought down by Larry Solom of Oslo. Gain of 2. Fourth down play coming up for Argyle. For complete insurance services, see the Tennis Insurance Agency of Oslo. And remember, Tennis Insurance of Oslo sells hunting and fishing licenses too. Tennis Insurance of Oslo for all of your insurance needs. Oh, we got a new quarterback in there now for the Argyle Eagles too. Number 80. Number 80 is now in at quarterback. And that's Sean Hunstead. Sean Hunstead is now in at quarterback, lost the snap from center, and illegal procedure penalty has been whistled against Argyle. That'll cost them 5. As the Argyle Eagles now starting to substitute freely, giving their backfield, the 2 Levine boys, David Bergeron a rest. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. The ball goes over to the Oslo Bobcats as they declined the penalty. They recovered the fumble on that broken play. And Oslo has it first down and 10. And I see the Eagles have sent their number 1 defensive unit back in there. Up to the line of scrimmage, Tony Rakowski is the Oslo quarterback. Jameson and Solom, the 2 setbacks. Solom gets the call, and he goes down. Back behind the line of scrimmage. A good hard rush put on, and a strong defensive maneuver by Robert Hapka as he broke through there and pulled down the ball carrier. Loss on the play, 2nd down and 13 coming up for Oslo. Tonight is Fish Fry Night with music following at the Oslo American Legion. Tomorrow night, the Halloween Masquerade Dance, music by North Country Band. And remember the special Valentine's Day dance supper too on Veterans Day. Veterans Day dance and supper at the Oslo American Legion. Back to throw Rakowski. The pass intercepted and picked off by the Argyle Eagles. Returned inside the 20-yard line and pushed out of bounds along the near side of the field. That pass interception by Argyle. David Bergeron. Bergeron defensively with the big pass interception. Stopping Oslo, and the ball goes over to the Eagles. 42-0. Argyle leading. Clock is ticking away. We're down to 10 minutes to go in our fourth quarter. Hand off to Wayne Fulleret. Hole opens on the left side. Fulleret gets to the 10-yard line. Wayne Fulleret to the 10. At the Thompson Potato Company of Oslo, they are potato buyers and proud. 10-yard line. Second down play for the Argyle Eagles. Sean Hunstead is in at quarterback. Fumbles the snap from center. Loose football, and Oslo has recovered. Larry Solom on top of the ball. And it's first down and 10 for Oslo at their own 10-yard line. Listen to the football special of the day at Nostra Motors. Formation behind the quarterback Rakowski. He gives it off over the middle, and the ball carrier Jamison stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. In fact, he lost a couple. Back to the 8-yard line. It'll be second down and 12. Clock is running. Under 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. A friend of the farmer in the Oslo area. The farmer. Formation, shotgun formation, back to throw is quarterback Rakowski, and a flag is down, pass interference called. David Bergeron covering the receiver, Tom Callock, and a flag is down, pass interference, but it'll be against the Argyle Eagles. Bergeron watching the receiver Callock a little bit too close. Clock is stopped with 8:45 left to go, fourth quarter. It's 42-0. Argyle leading. The Valley Bean Company behind Rakowski. Back to throw. Fires it over the middle. It's incomplete. And Fulleret covering the intended receiver along the near sidelines. Ronnie Huff was the intended man to be on the receiving end of that Rakowski pass. Incomplete. Second down play coming up for the Bobcats. Here comes the wind again. Woo! Do all your banking at the Valley State Bank. Shotgun formation. Rakowski back to throw. Throws it on the left side. It's an incomplete pass as he was looking for Jamison. 8:37 left to go. Fourth quarter. 42-0. Argyle leading Oslo here in Argyle tonight. And the Eagles will travel to Middle River, and it's Bay Skipper territory Tuesday afternoon, 3 o'clock next week, and we'll be there for the play-by-play on KPRF. For great food. And the ball fired downfield, incomplete. Rakowski again looking for a receiver. That was a third down play. It's now fourth down. Fourth down play coming up for the Bobcats. Hang on, Vic. Here we go. Boy, I tell you what, next time I come here, I'm bringing a hammer and some nails and nail my shoes right to the floor. That's right, I'm a good strong anchor. Illegal procedure penalty for the snap of the ball against the Oslo Bobcats. Back to the 10-yard line. You know, the strange part about it, the temperature is not really that cold. But boy, this wind is a humming here in Argyle tonight. Straight out of the south right now. Rakowski gets his punt high in the air. Oh, he got the wind behind it too. Mike Levine picks up the ball way back inside the 20, and he goes down at the 19-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Argyle Eagles. Rakowski sent that ball up into the lights, and the wind carried it all the way past midfield inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Argyle first down and 10. The Oslo mobile station now sidelines backing the pigskin for the Argyle Eagles is number 42, that's Gary Gruhut. As the Argyle Eagles now going with a second string backfield, Sean Hunstead is in at quarterback. The American Legion Club of Argyle is always looking for new eligible members. The Sean Hunstead at quarterback. Pitch out goes back to Gary Gruhut. And Gruhut gets out to the 20-yard line. Short gain on the play. 7.5 minutes left to go in the football game. 42-0. Argyle leading. Jim Robertson. High formation in the backfield. This is Sean Hunstead, the quarterback, on the option play to the near side. Gets out to the 25-yard line. Hunstead to the 25 on the game. Argyle Eagles keeping the ball on the ground, using up a lot of time. That's good. Keep that clock running. It's 42-0. This game is really all over but the shouting. It'll be Argyle traveling to Middle River Tuesday of next week. For accounting, bookkeeping, and income tax preparation, Eagles on the way out to the 33-yard line. And let's see. Enough for a first down. Right, first down and 10. That was Jay Levine carrying the ball for the first down yardage. John Hunstead in quarterback. Drew Holt is one of the running backs. We'll pick up the other one for you. Wayne Fullerett. Pitch out goes to Drew Holt. Deep man of the eye. Tries to come to the left side, and there's nowhere for him to go. 6 minutes left to go. Fourth quarter. The Otter Power Company says communities in northwestern Minnesota. Hunstead to Gruhut, and Gruhut gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. 42-0. The Argyle Eagles leading the Oslo Bobcats. I read it the Messenger. I saw it the Messenger. Argyle up to the line of scrimmage now with 5 minutes left on the clock in the fourth quarter of play. Sean Hunstead, their second string quarterback in there with Gruhut and Wayne Fuller as the running back. Broken play in the backfield. And Sean Hunstead goes down. I don't like to use those words, go down. Just afraid we might drop 6 feet from the top of this concession stand, or 8 feet, or whatever it is, and be right down there too. Boy, this wind has just about doubled in velocity from what it was at halftime. Gruhut back in punt formation, decides to take the snap and run instead. Gruhut sweeping to the near side, goes out of bounds, right down below us at midfield. Clock is stopped with 4:18 left to go. Fourth quarter, it's 42-0 Argyle leading. Tonight, the Friday night. Tony Rakowski, the quarterback, calling his signal. Ball. Back to pass this time. Sorrell wants to throw, incomplete. Bill Heat from Phillips 66 to the Valley Oil Company in Argyle. Left the call. What? Yep. 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Oslo Bobcats in desperation try a pass play. The pass is picked off by Argyle. And really, the Argyle Eagles have this one wrapped up. They just got to go through the motions the rest of the way now and run down the clock and get ready to meet Middle River next Tuesday. Argyle with the pass interception on that last Oslo play. Again, Rakowski was just in desperation looking for somebody to throw to. John Hunstead on a quarterback rollout to the right. Gets to the line of scrimmage, that's all. minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Second down play coming up for Argyle. High formation. Handoff goes to Wayne Fuller to the near sideline. Fuller's got a foot race going. Fuller at the 20. Fuller at the 10. Pulled down from behind at the 8-yard line. Wayne Fuller pulled down from behind by Tom Cowlick at the 8-yard line. Well, that helps warm things up a little bit. Little excitement there. Wayne Fuller all the way down to the 8-yard line. Argyle Eagles have an opportunity now to put another one on the board. The Argyle Co-op Warehouse Association, proud to serve the rich Red River Valley farming area, serving the farmer with the finest in chemicals and fertilizer, and now during the fall months, the best time to apply your anhydrous ammonia from the Argyle Co-op Warehouse. Fuller at the ball carrier, straight forward, gets to the 5-yard line. Wayne Fuller carrying to the 5. It'll be second and goal from the 5 for Argyle. A lot of talk nowadays, you know, about farm machinery. See the John Deere line of implements and Fuzzy Farm equipment in Argyle. Top quality service too, and a nice selection of used machinery at Fuzzy Farm equipment in Argyle. Second down and goal from the 5-yard line. Sean Hunstead at quarterback fakes the handoff to Fuller and keeps the ball himself, and he dives close to the end zone. He's down at the 2-yard line. Sean Hunstead gets to the 2. Every Thursday night is chicken special night. Hunstead gives it off over the middle. And stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Gary Gruhut, the ball carrier. Or rather, Wayne Fuller carrying the ball. Minute and a half left to go. The clock is running down. And it's fourth down and goal for the Argyle Eagles. That's the 3-yard line. Fourth and goal from the 3. Sean Hunstead, the Argyle quarterback, calling signals, fakes the handoff over the middle, keeps it himself, tries to dive into the end zone, and he's stopped short at the 1-yard line. The ball goes over to the Oslo Bobcats. First down and 10 with their backs up against the wall at the 1-yard line. Oslo trailing 42-0. For complete insurance services, see the years of plus. First down play, they run it right up the middle. Clock is running down. And this one's all over but the shouting. 40 seconds left in the game, 42-0. Argyle leading. We'll wrap her up real quick from Argyle here. And get ready for Argyle and Middle River. Tuesday afternoon of next week, 3 o'clock from Middle River. Rakowski at quarterback, second down play, back in the pocket, wants to throw, desperation pass downfield, off Larry Solom's fingertips, incomplete. Valley Coverall service of Argyle, serving all of North. There's 19 seconds left on the clock. Rakowski back to throw, in the pocket, fires a desperation pass downfield, incomplete. That stops the clock with 13 seconds left and gives me time to get these final 2 commercials in. Thank you, Vic. In the pocket, gets out to the 20-yard line, and there's 7 seconds left on the clock. I'm Clark Hendrickson. I've enjoyed calling the play-by-play for you here tonight. My spotter and statistician, Paul Qualley, the engineer back at the studios, handling the controls and keeping everything nice and tight, and Mike Reefall, production coordinator, Jim Olson. We want to thank the Argyle Public School System, Superintendent Vic Stratton, and Al Larson, the athletic director, for providing our broadcast facilities. The clock runs out, and that's it. The final score from Argyle here tonight. The Argyle Eagles downing the Oslo Bobcats 42-0. You've got to give credit to this Oslo team, though. Really, they're a young club, and next year in the Northern Lights Conference, they're going to be right back in the thick of things. This is the first taste of playoff football that Oslo's had in quite a few years, and I'm sure some of the juniors that are on this team are going to come back hungrier than ever next year. So a tip of the hat tonight to the Oslo Bobcats and their head coach, Chris Michalik. And Chris, we've enjoyed covering the 2 Oslo games that we did this year. We're looking forward to doing more Oslo football in the football seasons to come. The Argyle Eagles, well, the best way to describe the way they played tonight is just plain utter domination. The Argyle Eagles offensively, 42 points on the board, 7 touchdowns, and 3 sets of 2 extra points apiece. Let's quickly give you the scoring in the game. The touchdowns tonight were scored by Mike Levine on a 32-yard run, David Bergeron a 35-yard run, John Hedquist a 17-yard run, Mike Levine a 28-yard run, David Bergeron a 12-yard pass to Hunstead, David Bergeron a 24-yard pass to John Hedquist. Extra points tonight were picked up by Mike Levine, John Hedquist, and also David Bergeron. The final score from Argyle tonight, the Argyle Eagles over the Oslo Bobcats, 42-0, Tuesday afternoon of next week. It'll be the Middle River Skippers hosting the Argyle Eagles. Game time is 3 o'clock for Middle River. We'll be on hand for the play-by-play. Try to make it to the game. If you can't, join us here at KTRF for all of the action as we continue to cover the 9 playoffs in northwestern Minnesota.